following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Good morning. It is 8:02 a.m. Time for the Viewpoint program. I am Dara Entwistle. Actually, I'm not. Dara couldn't be with us this morning. Lloyd Kirby here, the marketing manager at WLCN. And today we are all about the Atlanta Fall Festival, and we have two guests with us. You want to introduce yourselves, if you would?
Shelley Reed.
Shelley Bittner.
And they are committee members for the Atlanta Fall Festival, happening not this weekend, but the following weekend. And let's get right into it. 3 days of activities ranging from carnival rides and parades to music performances and baking contests and something for everybody, it sounds like.
Yes. We have a carnival this year. We're very excited. That did mean that we had to change our dates from last year to a week later. So it's the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And excitingly, the carnival called me about 2 weeks ago and said, hey, we don't have anything else going on that weekend. How many rides do you want us to bring? How much room do we have? So they're bringing quite a few rides. I'm not sure how many yet. And so we're very excited about that. And so definitely plan on bringing your kids. They talked about bringing an octopus, a carousel, and I'm not sure what all else. And again, we're going to have some of the normal activities. You know, the books went out in the mail, so hopefully everyone in the Atlanta area got their little book in the mail, and you can also pick them up at the post office in McLean or Waynesville or at the bank. I think the library as well in McLean and Waynesville. We've dropped some off there as well, so you can pick one up there. And it has all the schedule of events in it, and it has all of the information about the different events that we have. We are, of course, going to have the fireman dinner on Friday night. And then we're going to have bingo. We're going to have the vendor booths like normal. We're going to have the 50/50 merchant tickets going on sale and the drawing. And then Friday night we have Marty Davis's Blow No Blues and Rock Band.
Okay.
And so that's our entertainment for Friday night.
All right. That's 7 to 9, I believe.
Yes, correct. 7 to 9. And we do have our Prince and Princess contest from 6 to 7. So if you have a 3, 4, or 5-year-old in the Olympia South area, they can register to be in the Prince and Princess contest. And the book has the forms. They're also available on our website. And just drop that off at the City Hall in Atlanta. Okay. And they can be in the contest, and they're adorable when they do this.
Right.
And they get to ride in the parade.
Oh, very nice. You mentioned a website where those forms are available. What is the address of that?
AtlantaFallFestival.com.
Okay.
And everything is on there. Parade registration, the baking contest information, the pause on parade information. Everything is on there that you might want to know.
Okay. And I saw when I was looking on the website, Bossy Bingo Friday night.
Of course. Well, okay. You know, we're going to be selling the Bossy Bingo squares again like we did last year. And we'll be doing that on Friday night and Saturday up until about 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we'll have Bossy come in and do her business. Last year it took about an hour and a half
Oh, wow.
after she got there before finally got a
Yeah.
winner. But yeah, and I think they're $10 a square, and whoever wins gets half of the pot. And so the winner last year was one person, and she won about $470, I believe
wow.
it was. So yeah,
And the rest goes to
the festival.
the fall festival.
Okay, to help
Because we
support.
are a nonprofit and
Right.
supported by donations, and we like that.
Absolutely. And so one thing I've noticed, I'm on Facebook, I'm in one of the Atlanta news groups or whatever, and I've noticed some people might think, oh, small town fall festival, maybe you get together a month or so ahead of time and start thinking about things, but I've been watching the activities. I mean, you've had the golf tournament fundraiser, you've had all sorts of other things going on to create awareness and raise funds, so it really is, even though it's one weekend, it really is almost a year-long endeavor, it looks like.
We start planning in January. We have our first meeting, and we meet about once a month, working on, okay, what do we need to change? What do we need to improve? What's a new idea we can try? And so, yeah, it's an almost year-long event planning.
Right, and I noticed with the golf tournament, it looked like you had a lot of sponsors step up to the plate to help with that as well.
We did, and that was great because, we don't get any tax money to pay for this event. This is totally self-funded event, and so we sell the ads in the program book, and that helps pay for it. We also did the golf tournament for the first time this year because we have to pay for the entertainment.
Right.
Marty Davis's band, and then Next Thing Smoking on Saturday night. We have to pay for that. We also have to pay for some other things that go on, and so we need
Carnival
money, things like that we need a little bit of money to support it, not a lot, but on the other hand, I know some people think we're funded by the city. We are not. The city helps by setting up the tent. They help with, police patrolling. The mayor's been wonderful. Whenever I've called and said, hey, can we get some help with this or that, he's always there. The park board provides like the dumpster, the bathrooms, all at no charge. And so the park board is awesome in that respect. But yeah, we have no funding that comes from any tax dollars.
All right.
So volunteers are always welcome and encouraged.
And if folks are interested in volunteering, how would they make that known to you folks?
They can email atlantafallfestival@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or they can respond to one of the posts on Facebook and say, hey, do you need help with this? I'm available. Because we do. We have about 24 people on our committee, and that's the planning committee. But there's actually a lot of people that actually helped last year during the event that didn't help with the planning, but they want to be there to help and volunteer their time. We've got the parade judges, we've got the baking good judges, the paw parade judges,
Prince and princesses, the baking
Prince and
stuff.
princess. There's so many things. People that help put up the signs around town, things like that.
Photographers, all kinds of things like that.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
then,
Go ahead.
considering most of us are like 5'0", when we go to put that tent up, it's a little difficult. So any guys or any human that's, over 4'11.5" be really grateful. But like the take up and or the put up and take down of things like that too, sometimes things change. And like maybe the city can't be there at the exact time or whatever, and then taking it down, being that we go till Sunday, most of us work the next morning, so when we're there till 11 o'clock and there's issues and there's 3 of us going, how are we going to get this down? It would, it's really helpful. So if you enjoy the Fall Festival, we'd really enjoy, just asking if there's any way we can help, and if you're available for 10, 15 minutes to help with that, it'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed on Facebook, I think you were looking for a bags tournament supervisor.
Correct, yeah.
something?
So we are having a bags tournament again. Last year we had, I think, about 8 or 10 teams participate, and the person that did it is not able to do it this year, so we were looking for someone to help with that. We do have 2 people that I believe are going to run it, but again, bags tournament is going to be Saturday afternoon, and if you're interested, please, come. Depending on how many teams we get will determine how long it goes, so.
Yeah, and I remember last year, I don't think you have them this year, but last year it seemed like you were in need of bounce house supervisors.
We do not have bounce houses this year. Thank you. Instead, we have the carnival. The bounce houses went okay because we needed to have something last year. But yeah, those are definitely, I prefer not to have to deal with those. Yeah.
It's understandable. So once again, our guests are Shelley and Shelley from the Atlanta Fall Festival Committee, 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions, comments, suggestions, if you want to volunteer your time. Write out a check. I'm sure they'd take that as well. So let's see. We kind of talked about Friday evening and the activities. Do you want to run through? I think we covered everything. Do you want to hit Saturday?
So Saturday we start off with the baking contest, which has happened for years, and you drop off your entry at the community house like normal, and then they have the closed judging at 10:30, and then of course Saturday night we'll do the normal auctioning off of all the baked goods, which is really fun to do. And they're very tasty. From 12 to 2, we're going to do the first responder event, which we did last year. And the fire department last year did a demo of extraction, what it takes when they have to tear apart a car to extract someone. And that was really interesting. And they're going to do that again this year. There's going to be a car show this year for the first time down at the city parking lot on the corner of Vine and Church Street, across from the post office. And that's being hosted by the tourism department.
Oh, nice.
Then the bags tournament, like we said, starts at 12:30. Then we're doing the Paws on Parade, which was a first-time event last year, and it went really well. We ended up with about 10 animals, and it was very fun. You get judged on who looks most like their pet, who's got the cutest costume, the biggest dog. Yeah. Well, no,
you can dress up with your pet too to make it a whole thing, right? It's a whole theme for you.
And biggest pet, smallest pet, most unusual pet, all that.
Kids and adults.
Correct.
Don't let your 2-year-old walk by yourself there with your German Shepherd or anything like that. But yes.
The one thing we do ask is you clean up after your pet. So,
yep.
And then, of course, in the afternoon, starting about 3 o'clock or so, we'll have the bingo, Bossy Bingo, the bucket chance raffle, which, again, last year was the first time we did the bucket chance raffle, and it was awesome. We raised about, I believe it was $1,200 for the PTO. And we have, again, some really good prizes. I know they're going to be posting some pictures of some of the prizes on Facebook. I know we've got all kinds of sports memorabilia. We've got, I believe, a TV again this year, and I'm not even sure what all because we have so much. This year, our charity is Olympia Middle High School Marketplace, and what that is it is a room at the school where students who maybe need help getting school supplies, toiletry items, maybe they need help getting a PE uniform, okay? They can go in there and it's free. So our money will help them purchase things to put in the market.
Very nice.
And it's a very needed thing for the middle school, high school. And it's in a private room, so no one has to know the kids are going in. They just go in the counselor's area, I believe is where it's at, and get what they need. So.
And with prices going up the way they have the last year or so, it's a very needed thing in our community, because with everybody being farmers and so many people being farmers, weather kind of dictates a lot of times, people's income throughout the year. Right. So that's something we have to think about. So,
another activity on Saturday is the kiddie tractor pull. and it's a very popular event. And so we're having that again, 4:30. And then the Methodist Church men are doing their tri-tip dinner again, which is always yummy. So come support them. And then hopefully Bossy will do her business sometime in the afternoon, evening. And then we have a new band this year called Next Thing Smokin', which some people may have heard them when they came to the bowling alley. I believe it's like April, something like that. If anyone went to school with me and Lloyd and Shelley, you know Jeff Gordon, who is from Olympia, and this is a band that he is in, and they are very, very good.
Super awesome.
And so we're very excited to have them.
They do a 6 to 8, and then there's going to be a break, and then they'll be back from 9 to 10 on Saturday.
Okay.
So that's kind of a different, there's a different setup from what we've done in the past. So that's
We have
really
to do
cool.
the baked good auction, so we're going to take a little break and do that, and then the merchant drawing, and then the band will play again for another hour. And that's Saturday, so there's a lot going on. And then, of course, all the carnival rides, carnival games, and everything as well.
The carnival ride, so on Friday, the carnival rides, just because that's what all the kids want to know, they're from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Friday, and then from 3 to 10 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, what is it? Is it 3? It's 4 o'clock, I'm sorry. So on Sunday, it's 4 to 6, the carnival ride. So that's, again, something different that hasn't been done before. So that's that was suggested and something that Shelley was able to make happen, the other Shelley.
Very cool. So before we get into Sunday's activities, why don't we go ahead and take a break here? We've got some bills to pay as well, but we'll be back with Shelley Bittner and Shelley Reed with the Atlanta Fall Festival.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
We are back on Viewpoint here on WLCN. The phone number is 217-648-5510. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, want to make a donation, want to volunteer your time, we have Shelley and Shelley from the Atlanta Fall Festival Committee here. We talked about the activities through Saturday. I want to go into Sundays here for a minute, but I want to back up for a second because you mentioned a lot of this information is available on Facebook. I didn't realize it, but there's actually an Atlanta Fall Festival Facebook page
Correct.
that is dedicated to the event. It's not just like a city of Atlanta or a town of Atlanta
No,
or
it's
anything.
the Atlanta Fall Festival Facebook page, and you can follow us and then get all the information.
Yeah, because I was on an Atlanta page scrolling through thinking someone's got to post something about this, and then I searched more and said, oh yeah, a Fall Festival page, so that makes sense. So, but yeah, we talked about Friday and Saturday's activities. Still some things going on Sunday as well.
Sunday, so the Catholic Church, St. Mary's Catholic Church, is going to have a breakfast. And unfortunately, the schedule in the book is wrong. It should be 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And they're going to have pancakes and bacon and biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
And so that's going to be there in the barn at the park. And then, of course, the normal church service at 10, the all-community church service. And then in the afternoon, parade lineup starts at 2 with the parade at 3. The theme this year is Atlanta Goes for the Gold, which I will admit, when we first started thinking about it, we were thinking, oh, Olympics, right? But stretch your imagination.
Okay.
Think outside the box. And, we were throwing around ideas at a meeting. One was pot of gold, end of the rainbow.
Okay.
Right? Another one is gold mining.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can go for the gold,
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls, yeah.
I had not even thought of that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So somebody better have a float in there with everybody on
There
there.
you go.
Who's
There
going to
you
be
go.
Betty White?
Or, if you wanted to put on your platform shoes, I remember back in our day there was a solid gold TV show.
Yes.
Oh, my
Solid
goodness.
gold.
I hadn't thought about
We
that
could
one.
disco down the
There you go.
There you go.
down the street.
There you go. That's another great idea.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after the parade, we're going to have prizes. And the categories are businesses, friends and family, and churches or nonprofit. So we have 3 different categories of float judging. And, last year we had some great floats. Zach's Heating and Cooling did Gilligan's Island last year, and that was so adorable.
Yes.
The Flower Buds did Green Acres last year,
That
and
was
that was
really
adorable. So I'm really hoping we get some good ones this year too. And then we're going to have an ice cream social again like last year, and the Catholic Church is going to be doing that as well. And I believe the ice cream's going to come from, I don't know how to say it, Oberweis?
Oberweis, I
Ober,
believe, or-
the ice cream store in
think so,
Bloomington.
yeah.
I'm not
Oberweis,
sure.
I believe.
Oberweis. Okay. And then of course the bingo will be open again. The bucket chance raffle, last chance to buy a ticket. The carnival rides, the vendors, and then at 6:00 approximately we'll do our final merchant drawing. We'll do the bucket raffle drawing and the 50-50. And then it'll be over for the year.
There you go.
So, but again, everything is on the website, atlantafallfestival.com. We've been posting constant updates on Facebook. We've got signs out everywhere with the dates, 13, 14, 15. And so, yeah.
And you mentioned this year's festival is actually a week later than it normally is?
Last year, it was the first weekend after Labor Day, and it's a week later. In order to get the carnival, we needed to push it back a week.
Okay.
And so that's why it's a week later. And it will probably be that way next year as well, because of the same carnival. They have an event that they do every year, the first weekend after Labor Day, and they use their whole carnival for that. And so that's why it's a week later. But I'm just excited that they're going to bring more rides.
Right.
And
thought,
to have a carnival, I told them the whole park is theirs. Bring as many as you can. And
That was one thing people were asking us last year, like, why didn't we have a carnival? And as we said last year when we were on here, Shelley tried for months and months. And as we know, some places get a carnival, and then the month before, they get a phone call and go, we got a better offer, bye-bye. We're not going to be there for you, which is, causes a little bit of a conundrum. And so anyway, we're grateful first of all, the work that she does as the chairperson is amazing. And, everybody helps and uses their connections to make that happen. So having a carnival this year, I think a lot of people are going to be happier because it's more like everybody kept saying, why isn't it like when we were kids, And so I think this is going to help a whole lot. And so, like she said, if we can keep having it the week that the carnival people have availability, then we might have to just keep these as our new dates.
Yep.
Which is great.
So, and who is the carnival company that's coming?
It's called Zyler.
Okay.
They're out of Peoria area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of local-ish. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Central Illinois.
Right. Right.
There you go.
Right.
So
Yeah.
once again, the Atlanta Fall Festival happening not this weekend, but the following weekend, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Activities Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Is there anything in particular that you're in need of, either in terms of events that you particularly need volunteers for, or any such
Not
thing like
right
that?
now. I think we're pretty set for the most part. Everyone, each event has a person in charge of that event, and I keep asking, does anyone need anything right now? And no, I haven't had anyone other than, little things here and there. We're not in need of a lot of people right now, but if you want to volunteer your time, the bucket raffle can always use people to help. We can always use people to help with the parade lineup. Anything that you're interested in, let us know. We have so many people who don't help plan it, but they are there that weekend, and that step up and help, do this or do that, and that's awesome. Kind
of like me, I'd go for whatever she needs that day. Seriously, because you just never know what can happen. People get sick or get hurt or something, and they can't show up to do whatever they volunteered to do, right? So anybody that can step up and do and go to different roles and things, that's really appreciated. And then, like I said, put up and take down if we ever need it is always appreciated. And then a lot of the volunteers are there every single day, most all of the day, 24/7. That would be her. And so giving us a break for 5 minutes or whatever when we're, selling tickets or doing whatever like that is very helpful. So, yeah.
Sure. I'm sure. So we're in central Illinois, so I'm not going to try and jinx you, but I want to bring it up. If the weather does happen to turn bad, how can people find out if there are changes or updates?
We would post it on the website as well as Facebook.
Okay.
I think it was like 2019 maybe. They did cancel the parade because it was stormy. So, that sometimes does happen.
Let's cross our fingers.
But last year we had amazing weather, beautiful weekend, and I'm hoping and praying that we have the same thing this year.
Yes.
And that everything will work out perfect.
Yeah. Last year, like you mentioned, it was like TV oldies or TV
Last year was
themed.
old TV, classic TV.
Yeah. And it was a long parade. Do you have any idea how many entries?
No, not yet. We're still getting them. We've got, the Olympia Band, and last year we managed to get a drum line from the Army National Guard, what do you call it, teen program.
Right, yeah.
And they're coming back.
Oh, very cool.
And so we do already have some registrations and everything. So, we're looking forward to that. But right now, people are still in the process of registering. If you have an old-time car, if you have an old-time tractor, we would love to have you in the parade. Go to the website, register. It's real simple. We do like to have a little bit of information about your vehicle or about your float so that when you're going by the city hall, the announcer can read it. It gives us a little information about you, about whatever your float is or your entry is that we can announce to people. So, and we do have David Renfro doing that again this year.
Here's an idea for the Golden. Remember, one of the categories is friends and family, right?
Right.
What year would it be for Oli's 25th graduating class? Get a float together and celebrate your class. The goal, it's your 25th year or whatever. I don't know. Just do different
Actually,
things like that.
50th year would be
50th.
gold.
Oh, that's
50
right.
would be
50
gold.
is gold. What's
25 is
like
silver. Yeah.
I should know
Yeah.
that as a jeweler.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You're not wearing your jewelry hat. You're wearing your parade hat. So,
Parade hat.
any final information thought you mentioned? You've been mentioning going to the website. Once again, you want to throw the address out there?
AtlantaFallFestival.com. And if you have questions, there's a comment, contact us. You can just fill out your question, and we get an email with the question. The baking contest, if you're a baker, we'd love to have you enter something in it. It's for children and adults both.
Yes.
Again, the information's on the website as well as in the booklet. And, the Paws on Parade, bring your pet, and enter them in the parade. Parade entries in general. I mean,
And if you're from Atlanta, check your mailboxes because you
Correct.
should either have or be getting your booklet.
program book.
Yeah,
Good.
program
and
book.
we're even streaming on YouTube so people can see what you're holding
Oh,
up
wow.
there.
Oh, there we go. Let's do that.
go.
I should have been holding that in front of my face the whole time.
That's okay. So Shelley Reed, Shelley Bittner, thanks for being with us from
Thank
the
you.
Atlanta Fall Festival, and we'll hope for good weather and a big turnout, not this weekend, but 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Right.
All right, very good.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for being with us. For Viewpoint and for Jim Ash, I am Lloyd Kirby. Thanks for listening.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.